we're gonna hang out a little bit, see if I can catch any fish. As far as viewers go, this was not announced, and it's not my normal. Well, Wednesday nights are usually my normal. It's not my usual Wednesday night. It is Thursday. So there's that. Amos, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Like I said, oh, yep. Well, there's Edge. What's going on? The board worker, board wood worker, board wood worker. That's a mouthful. How's it going, man? MC Engineering. Thank you for stopping by, sir. Appreciate it. Good to see you. It's been a long day, guys. It's been a long day, so I figured I'd come out here, hang out with you guys. I haven't made any videos in quite a while. I've been kind of busy doing a bunch of things. So I haven't. I have content to shoot. I just haven't had the time to shoot it and get it edited and all that fun business. You guys know how it is. It's kind of rough. Ooh, what kind of motor are you looking for? There's no, man, there's up here there's a lot of good stuff. Didn't you? I could have sworn no, that was no, I'm thinking of JK Canvas. He just moved from like Texas to I want to say it was Tennessee like not too long ago. So he's in a maybe a slightly better spot hopefully with his house and things. Yeah, we have a like a pick and pull. It's not close. It's in Dayton, but you can kind of get some nice stuff there. But it's man, you got to be careful because you pull like a bad motor. They give you 30 days to figure out if it's good or not. So from the day you pull it, like you better be planning on throwing that motherfucker in like as soon as possible. Oh Jesus. A 6.2 LS3 or Duramax. Jeez though. Oh, you're talking the big boy stuff. Man, give me an old Honda Civic any day. Like I don't mind the big motors, but damn, it's just, oh, they're a lot of work. They really are. But I mean, you get the benefit of having the big vehicle with it. But damn, the LS3, that's gonna run you, man. That's gonna. Those are in higher demand. What are those? Those are only like what, like 5 years old, 10 top? No, like yeah, like 5 to 7. 383 dual turbo. Jesus. What are you putting that in? That's just that's gonna be what the fuck are you doing with it? Are you going to the track? That's T6060. Okay. Yeah, that's a good setup. But damn. Like, is this going in a truck? It better be going in a truck. I think I just saw something. Maybe it was Mighty Car Mods. They got like a BMW. They're stuffing an LS3 in. I don't know what else they're doing to it. I watched like 2 minutes of the video because that's how much of my attention span I actually have. Uh, oh, 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 that's gonna be sweet. A 49 Chevy. Oh, that'll be really nice. Even with the weight, like, they just hold up better. All the older cars, nobody's gonna. besides your exotics and with, you know, a couple caveats in there for like Corvette and shit, there's not gonna be nobody's gonna be like rebuilding, restoring this bullshit that we make today. Nobody. It's not gonna exist. That's one of the reasons why the what do they call them, the resto mods or whatever. That's one of the reasons why they are so like prevalent, is because the old cars just have the bodies. You know, these cars nowadays, there's nothing to them. Rust Belt in with the advice. I saw the video of you trying to find your coolant leak. That was interesting. I like that. That was a good video though. That the pressure test on that, that's nice. That's it's good to see you over at SP doing things, man, because like I can't say I really paid like a whole bunch of attention to them uh you know, prior to this. So I mean, I knew like their air tools, they have a lot of they have it's like a nano kind of size, like a palm impact, right? And I want to say it's like 3/8, but I think they also have a quarter. But it's real small, and I've been looking at that. Of course, in true fashion, I have little to no need for it. I actually sold the truck today. I let go of it. Um, I needed another car, like my backup vehicle, that I could actually cart the kids around in. So I let the truck go. I bought something else already. It's just beyond the garage door. Actually, it's an '03 Taurus, and it's not bad. It's only got like 160,000 miles. It's been maintained really well. Um, it's not super pretty. It's got some rust and things, but for my purposes, it's gonna fit the need. Uh, so okay, yeah, it's a half-inch stubby nano. Does 700 foot-pounds. See, that's man, and that's one of the things, man. I mean, I'm obviously not on that level yet, but I would love to work for a tool company and just be able to, you know, not regurgitate. I don't want to take away from, you know, your learning and your knowledge, but you know, regurgitate specs like that, because I've never really been that guy, even on stuff that I am knowledgeable about, like robots and PLCs and all the industry stuff for like automation. Like I've never been one of them guys that could just, you know, tell you the base stats of, you know, this unit, how many IO it has, and how many are actual and how many are virtual. Like I've never been like a numbers guy. I'm more of a hands-on kind of work with it, figure it out kind of guy. So it's interesting. But yeah, that I think I'm calling it right. The Nano, yeah, stubby Nano. That's what you refer to it as. That thing's small as hell. It's literally like a palm size, and you know it's pneumatic, but the power on it compared to if you got to get into a tight space, that's your best friend. Oh, Bill Beckett is in the house. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. I really appreciate it. This was a impromptu live stream. It's not my usual night, so apparently Friday nights now belong to Brad over at Brad's Workbench, and him and maybe CP are gonna fight it out and kiss and make up occasionally on Friday nights. I don't know, but it's hard with like attempting to schedule or, you know, do a regular live stream to where you don't want to step on other people's toes. Obviously, you're always going to go live against somebody else, but you know the people that you pal around with and that you know you follow and things like that. You don't always want to split the viewership, I guess, or however you want to put it. So, yeah, Brad and CP seems like they're going to be having some fun on Friday nights. I plan on attempting to be over there in Brad's live stream on Friday night tomorrow. He's Central Time, which always throws me off because it's an hour off. But you know, I guess being on the East Coast, we've become privileged over all these years, and most times are given in Eastern Standard. So that's just what we do. So to catch back up with the commentary, Rust Belt says it will be, but after 15K, it will be done and sexy as hell. Oh wait, no, that's Edge, the board woodworker. And he also says, I will be doing some work myself. I will do the whole interior. See, ooh, the upholstery and stuff. That's where things get interesting, man. Because a lot of that stuff, it's the same thing I think I've talked about a couple of times. It's like everybody looks at somebody else doing something, you know, whether that be a guy looking at a mechanic fix his car, or a guy watching some dude reupholster seats, or watching a woodworker build a picnic table, whatever. Everybody looks at that and they go, oh, that doesn't look so hard. I could do it. And what they don't realize is all the knowledge and skill that goes into it that that person has that makes it look easier, right? And YouTube just, times that by 1,000 because you can cut out all your mistakes. But like, I've looked at picnic tables, and there's been a couple instances over the years where I've been like, yeah, I could probably build one. And like the ones that like flip up and fold out into like bench seating and things. I'm like, oh, that's not hard. And I could do it. I could. But I would have to get some plans that somebody else probably already drew up to make it easier. And then I'm sure I would make some mistakes along the way. It would not be the seamless and easy process that I seem to think it is. And like your basic picnic table, I could do something like that pretty easy. That's pretty cut and dry. But people always do that. They look at what somebody else does in terms of like a skilled labor or profession, and they go, oh yeah, I could do that. Like, no, the bricklayer has every tool he needs. This is what he does day in and day out. He knows how to do it. That's him spreading mud and stuff and leveling out bricks. Like, it looks real easy when he's doing it because he's learned all those little tricks. Like, he's setting the brick right from the beginning, so there's only minor adjustments to be made. Like, I know a couple people that have tried to lay their own masonry, and it if they don't know what they're doing, it does not go well, and it goes very badly. You start getting walls that aren't quite straight, or bricks that aren't lined up, or in this section you got grout in between, or like real thick and it's just not even. I mean, hell, something as easy as like landscaping, man. I remember when I was young, I did that for a while, for a couple of summers, and I got to be pretty good at it. But like, you could just tell, like the guy that owned the business could come in when he was like showing us how to do something and be like, "All right, this is what you do," and he'd make it look so easy, and then like you'd go to try to replicate that, and it just did not go well. So it's real interesting. I always find that funny though. But that's not to discourage people that want to try. Like, trying is important. Learning a new skill, or just, having that attitude that you're going to learn it come hell or high water, it's a good thing, man. I mean, it can lead to success. Sometimes it's a longer road for some than others, but it's good. Oh, man. Bucket seats with a custom center console, full sound system. Man, you're like, I know you're not in, midlife crisis, but that's like midlife crisis shit. You're gonna have a show car by the time you're done Is it a show car, or are you gonna just drive the damn thing? Like at this point, it sounds like you're putting a decent amount of money into it, and it's a '49 Chevy to begin with. That's when it gets done, it'll do quarter mile will be in the tens. I don't doubt it, man. I don't doubt it at all. That's gonna be trying to think like nah, there's not a lot of weight savings there. Like I mean, yeah, you could put it in something else and it'd be faster, but it won't look as cool. Wouldn't be as nice. And that's the thing, man. Like there's that one video on YouTube. It's like some dude, I don't know, he looks like Mexican or Spanish or something. And he's in like a, they call it a sleeper, but he's in like a Mazda or a Nissan Maxima or some stupid fucking, you know, import sedan. And he, I mean, it's a badass build. Like, don't get me wrong. And then, you know, props to him for doing it. But it's like, why? You know, when you're not at the track, right, blowing the doors off of people in this thing, other than that, you can't really do anything with it. You can't drive that around on the street. I mean, I guess you could, being a dumbass, but you're not turning heads because it's a Nissan or whatever the hell he was driving. You know, at least this way you're going to have something that people are going to look. And he says there in the comments that he's going to daily it. So, yeah, that's the way it should be done, man. I mean, I know some of the classic cars, some of those collector types, like they want to keep them and they only drive them occasionally, but historical plates to me are like almost like a car's grave, you know? Like you're only going to drive it to car shows. I forget here in Ohio, it's not much. It's like that's why you see everybody towing them. It's not because they don't want to put miles on them to like car shows and shit. It's because they can't. There's a limit, and it's not much. It's like 50. I want to say it's like 50 miles a month. It's something fucking ridiculous. I don't know. It's low. You can't go cruising very much in your historical vehicle. Um, it's not even. It might be like maybe 5,000 a year. I'd have to look it up, but it's low for the historical plates, and I don't like that. I mean, if you got something nice, like I want to be able to drive it if I choose to. That's just me, I guess. But oh, the business. Yes, yes, that'll be good. Oh, tax write-off, right? I mean, at least to some degree, that's got to be. It's a business expense because it's going to be, and then all the maintenance on it will be a business expense. All the gas. That's a good idea. That's nice, man. I'm straight headers getting dumped under the cab so you can hear miles away. Hold on, I gotta check something because I don't even know if I still fucking have it in here. Hold on, I don't know how to use my phone. When I was at Ohio Crankshaft, I don't even think. Do I still have that picture? Give me a second. Okay, there's that. Yeah, here we go. Hold on. I posted this. Yeah, I mean, this isn't the same kind of thing, and you're not going to be able to see it, but they say this is an LS. I'm guessing it's a LS1. LS Street Rod 402 cubic gauge. Oh, no, it is an LS3. It's an LS3, and you're not going to be able to fucking focus on that there. That's the best you get. This was at the engine shop when I got my head redone. They had sitting in there. They want 15,000. It's 590 horsepower. It's got dart heads. So there's an engine for you if you're looking for one for 16,000. Yeah, 15,995. Might be able to talk them down maybe, but I don't know. But yeah, that's 590. It just says 590 plus. But yeah, that's yeah. So okay, that is an LS3. 402 cubic and Jesus. Yeah, man, good luck. You better make some videos on that once you get it done because I want to see it. That'll be nice. Hey Dano, how's it going? I will trade you, sir. You can come here and I will give you my citizenship. And I'll come up there in the land of, like, maple syrup and lumberjacks and not bullshit every day. It's getting crazy. The whole, I don't care who you voted for. I don't care, what's going on with you. Whatever the hell's going on. Like, I find it funny, right? That just real quick to glaze over the obvious. And I'm not saying the vote's going to get overturned or who knows how it's going to play out. But if some screwy shit happened in the election, don't we want to, like, shouldn't we as Americans be like, yeah, we need to hold on, we need to figure this out. Well, what transpired or whatever, get to the bottom of it. Like, that just, who who I don't understand these people that are like, oh, well, like, yeah, some fucked up shit might have happened, or they deny it happened altogether, whatever. But they're just like, oh no, like, you lost, or he lost, or what, whatever, they lost, whatever they say. And it's like, but democracy and, like, the whole, for like the last fucking what, like 6 months, I've been hearing nothing about your vote matters, and now it turns out that no, probably it didn't, because maybe some people did some shady shit. Like, isn't that important? Like, I don't know. I'm one of those. Let's get to the bottom of it. Like, at least, and if Biden won, okay. If Trump won, okay. Whatever's clever, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But as long as it's a fair, like, we figured it out, and this is the best that we can tell the actual result, then I'm fine with that. But damn, just everybody flipping out. It's crazy. Renegades Garage, thank you for stopping by, sir. Much appreciated. Um, yeah, it's been a rough, few, I don't know, few weeks. I'm trying to get the garage cleaned up. I have some heavy rearranging to do. So I got to go through a lot of this stuff. Like, I almost want to have, like, a fucking garage sale, but it's cold here in Ohio. So, or, like, getting there. It was snowing like a week ago, and then we had like 3 or 4 days where it was like 70, 80, like, all out of nowhere, and then now it's back to getting cold again. But, like, I almost want to have a garage sale because, like, I've been trying to sell a couple things, like a couple of the socket sets and some other things, the truck, on Facebook Marketplace, and Jesus fucking Christ, dude, I don't have the patience for that. Like, eBay, maybe eBay, but dude, just Facebook, all the questions and the trying to sell that truck, man. Thankfully, the second guy that looked at it took it, because I had like 50 messages from everybody, and I was listing, okay, it's a 95 GMC Sonoma. It's got some fresher paint on it. You guys know that. I fixed a lot of the rust and the glaring body issues with, like, fiberglass and spray foam to, fill out the body so it didn't look completely horrible. But that was for me. It's not like I shined it up and then was going to sell it. But, things happen. I figured I'm going to let it go. I told the dude what I did, so he knows. But the thing is, it's like I had it listed for $850 for a running driving truck. Granted, it's not a big boy truck, but for a running driving truck with no, like, glaring issues, I would drive that thing fucking anywhere. that's a good deal. And I got people like the first guy that came tried to offer me like $200, and I basically very politely told him to fuck himself, um, and walked away. Like literally shut my garage and like walked away. Like, nope, all right, cool. Thanks for talking. He's like, what, dude? We're not gonna talk about it. I'm like, no, not no. We're not starting at 200. No. So anyway, so just these people like they're like, oh well, what's wrong with it? And I'm like, okay, tell a couple people like the stuff that's going on with it, but we'll just run and drive. Yeah, it runs and drives. Well, what does it need? Like stuff, man. It's a 95. Like, yeah, I'm sure we could do a whole rebuild on the whole fucking thing. Like, it's a 95. It's an $800 truck. Like I'm not. It is what it is, and like people trying to lowball me, or people wanting to know everything under the sun, and then like times that by 50 is just nuts. And then people going, "Oh, I want it, I want it, I want it," but I won't have the money for a month. Like, no, I'm not sitting on this thing. No, I'm gonna sell it to somebody. I can't do it. The Facebook Marketplace thing. I've had a couple people message me about the socket sets, and I get it. This one dude was really mad, like really fucking mad. Actually, I'm sure he thought I was full of shit. But okay, now hear me out, guys. You guys are tool guys. I bought the gear wrench set. I've even put it in the video. $79.99. That's one of the ones that I couldn't find used on the warehouse deals, and I actually bought the new one. $79.99 for that quarter-inch set. Now that's the 84 tooth ratchet. Okay, it's a part number. It's got a thing, right? Well, apparently here recently they have another kit with a 90 tooth ratchet. Same kit, same fucking kit with a 90 tooth ratchet. And it's got a slightly different part number. There's like one letter on it or something different. But that one was, at the time this guy was messaging me, was like on sale on Amazon or something for like 50 bucks or something, 60 bucks. I don't know. But he was like, no, dude, like you're trying to pull a fast one. Like, look, here it is on Amazon. I'm like, dude, with all due respect, like that's a different kit. It's got a different ratchet. Like, I don't control what they sell and how they sell it. I'm telling you, I paid 80 bucks. I got it listed for 60. That's where we're at with it. And he's just like, no, you're trying to rip people off. Da da da. It's the same part number. Da da. All right, dude. Like, cool. Then you're not gonna buy it. So like, why are you hassling me? Like, I'm not selling Harbor Freight shit at Snap-on. I'm not, I have it listed as what it is. There's still the listing on Amazon of what I bought it. The price is still $80. It's not my fault that they decided to put another similar set on sale. I can't deal with these people. I only got like this much tolerance for stupid, and my cup runneth over on Facebook Marketplace. So, yeah, man, I got a lot of stuff. And I was like looking at it the other day, and it's not that I don't need all the stuff. It's nice to have a welder when something comes up, right? To just tack something or even to weld something together. These little welders are awesome, really. So some things are nice, but like I have a lot of shit. And like I have a buddy, Black Zeus Garage, who like when he comes over here to work on stuff, or if he needs a hand with something and he comes over, like he's like, man, you got fucking everything in your garage. You're like, oh, we need this, so then you go grab it. And then he's like, man, I don't have like some of these specialty tools, and I don't have like all the space for him, but a couple of things just to put the stuff even. And I was like, man, like really, I don't have that much. If you're talking about doing like mechanic work and all that, really, I'm actually behind the curve. But somebody who just tinkers or isn't working on stuff a lot might think that I have a lot. But if I run across a job or a task, whatever you want to call it, where I need a pickle fork or you know, whatever have you, specialty wrench or socket, you know, I'll buy it for the, you know, it's kind of how I've gotten to where I'm at, right? Try to make do with what you got if you have to. But if you have the ability to go buy that, that's why I got like 4 different 3-jaw pullers. Because like I got the big giant fucking one like this big for rotors and stuff that are stuck on. I have the little set now because I did the Fiesta and had to pull the harmonic balancer off of that. And you know, as you need stuff, you buy it, and that's how I've accumulated what I have. But then like I look around and I don't think, like, I need to clean it up. I need to spruce it. There's a bunch of stuff I could probably get rid of because I'm not going to need it as often as I probably think. And that's where the garage sale idea came in, but it's too cold. Nobody's going to show up. Chris, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. I haven't been over to your channel in a while, dude. I'm not even going to lie. Good to see you, though. Definitely. I'll have to hit up over there. I think I have some time tomorrow while my daughter's at school. I got to catch up on some of you guys' shit. Like, YouTube's whole thing, man, is even like the bored woodworker, right? Like, I was following him forever. And, you know, some other people. Mr. Something Basic was one of them. And now he kind of changed some of his content style a little bit. So, I mean, I'll admit there I wasn't like watching as many of the videos maybe. But just like, I keep saying this, YouTube needs like even past like the subscription thing, because some of us have 400 or 500 subscriptions to different channels. They need like a channel section that you can customize to where you can just watch like their most, like it's just a feed of your specific channels you select, their like most recent videos or something to that effect, because it's so hard to keep up on everybody. I mean, I got Matt from the Super Rich Garage, who I ain't even gonna lie, I barely ever make it over there. He's a great guy, good channel. I barely make it over there. Rust Belt, I'm doing pretty good, but he's pretty big, so his stuff kind of gets pumped out there. Brad's Workbench, obviously, I try to make it a habit to check all his stuff out. Dano, I watch when I can. I'll throw his stuff on occasionally on like a loop. not like a loop, like an autoplay, so that because some of his videos are shorter and things. So I'll do that. You know, it's just so many people, and then like all the big. I don't do like a lot of the big channels anymore. I used to watch Mighty Car Mods a lot. I still watch Chris Fix, but he doesn't put out that much stuff, so it doesn't take up that much time. But like, it's just so hard to keep up with everybody, even the ones you like. There's one of my buddies. Well, I'm gonna call him a buddy. He's out on the West Coast. I was subscribed to him like he was like literally like 100. How I found him was I sometimes when I post like the car rebuilds and stuff, the wrecked rebuilds, I was posting them on like a Copart Facebook group for like, I don't even know who's on there, but it's a Copart branded Facebook group. And I was posting there sometimes, and then I saw one day when I was there to post that he had posted a video. So I found him when he was like, I literally want to say like, it might have even been under 100. It might have been like 50 subs, like the beginning. I found him. And his everything was good. He made good videos. All his branding was on point, and his editing. It's like, okay, cool, you know, it's cool stuff. And I watched him for a while religiously, you know, making sure to keep up on him and everything. And then he did this FRS or BRZ, whatever. It was an FRS though. He did this wrecked rebuild of this FRS, and he did a really good job with it. It was a bunch of videos, right? Like a bunch, like I don't know, 10 or more. But then, like, and the whole time, he's gaining subs. Now he's at like 200. He was getting some traction, but not like a lot. And then he did it one day, and I saw the video and I watched it. But again, just like that other person that I was talking about a while back, I didn't notice anything too irregular because I was there early, right? So he did a 10-minute video on rebuilding FRS in 10 minutes or whatever, one of those kind of videos. But he did that, and somewhere it took off. Like, let me. Oh, where's my mouse? I got one of these like wireless mouses. It dies, so you have to like click it to make it come back on. Let's see. I'm going to try to look him up. His channel name, if anybody is interesting and needs more shit they can't keep up on, is called The Modified Crew. And now my keyboard stopped typing. Or my computer's just that slow. What the hell happened? Hello? What the okay, there it goes. It caught up to what I was thinking. Okay, Modified Crew. Videos. I know you guys aren't seeing what I'm seeing, but oh, I can just sort by yeah, popular, most popular. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so his rebuilding a wrecked Scion FRS in 10 minutes video got it currently has 1.4 million views, and he did this 5 months ago, right? So, and now he's at 16k, 16.1k subscribers. So, like, literally, if you watch his stuff, like, I mean, he had a year ago when he was still coming up or whatever, so to speak. He was, excuse me, he was getting like 700, and this is still built up over time. So even early on, it was lower than that. Like, his first video on the build is like 337 views. His first video, or at least the first video that I see here, is titled, "Is he the next big automotive YouTuber?" Which is like mine, except it's better, where like I say basically I'm going to make a channel, yada yada yada. So it's that video of his, and that's got 230 views. But in a fucking, a year, maybe a year and a half ish, probably more like, yeah, that says a year ago. So probably a little over a year ago, he has built his channel up to almost 20K. And it's still going up. I mean, that's huge, right? And now they're rebuilding. His brother and him are rebuilding. It's something old. I'm gonna fucking forget. I want to say it's a GTO, but it's like a Pontiac. No, it's something. It's whatever the body style of the GTO is, but it's like the different brand. They call it a GT Foe because it's like the GTO parts on the old. I can't remember. Is it a Pontiac? No, Pontiac made the GTO, right? God damn it! I'm not all up on all my historical cars, but they're rebuilding one of those now. I mean, and it's not like super professional, like crazy quality. It's just them doing what they can, but they do a pretty good job of it. So like they're doing all the body work and redoing all the interior and all that. Tools and Trash. What's going on, buddy? I saw something from Tools and Trash. Is it a Tempest? Yeah, there. Dano knows. Yeah, the Tempest is a Pontiac. Well, who the fuck made the GTO? Damn it. Oh, never mind. You know what? Now I gotta get back over to my stream because I clicked the wrong button. Okay, fuck it. I don't care. But yeah, so he did that. It just goes to show you, like, and I mean I don't know, he tapped into that. He wasn't doing shit. You gotta, well, I don't want to say that. He was doing fine, but in those numbers, he wasn't doing shit compared to that. And he basically was done with it. He just figured he'd package it all up in one of those 10-minute to rebuild shit, and it fucking worked. Okay, Pontiac made the GTO. I thought that was right. So who made the Tempest? Oh yeah, who cares? Who cares? Why does that make me think of my cousin Vinny? Is that the car they were driving, or the car that the other guys was driving was a Pontiac or a Tempest? God, I can't remember. Marissa Tomei. I can remember her voice, but I can't remember what she says before Tempest. GTO is Pontiac. Yeah, see, you guys, some car guy I am. Oh, so anyhow, um, it's it's a pretty good Thursday night. It's not too bad out here. I got my jacket. It's not super cold yet. I got to go through. I got to organize, figure out like I got the tool that I have recently bought that I will probably, hopefully, never touch again. Is that the timing kit for the Fiesta, right? Like I got that. I mean, I guess I could sell it. Nobody's gonna buy it. But it's just stuff like that. Like I even thought about like donating them to like the restore, like going through my stuff, getting rid of some of the junk, just because there's so much of it. I got a whole bunch of like not old like valuable, but old wrenches and screwdrivers, and I got a whole bunch of stuff. I just sit on, man. I buy new stuff like my new screwdrivers sitting back there that you can't see through all the blurry background. Um, I buy new screwdrivers and they do all right. They do fine, and I have all the bits and everything. So what am I really keeping on to these old screwdrivers and shit for? Oh yeah, My Cousin I like that movie. There's something about it. It's a good movie. I miss movies that were like that. That were like they had like the sprinkling of comedy, but they were still kind of serious, but they didn't take themselves too seriously. That was a oh, it seems like kind of a lost time as far as movies go. All right, all right, good. Thanks for stopping by, Tools and Trash. I will see you later. Get over there and check out. I don't think you've put out anything new. I think I caught the last video. I did see the Instagram post. I know he's gone, but I did see the Instagram post. It looked like he got like a care package from Channel Lock or something. He's got, what are they, like the 430Xs? He's got like the 430Xs, but he got like a hat and something else that was branded Channel Lock with it. Like in it, the way he was showing it was like in a box. So I kind of think maybe he got a care package from Channel Lock, which would be good shit, right? Oh, so enough about me. What's going on with you guys? What's Renegade? What are you working on? Any ideas for new videos that's coming up, or content of any kind? I know what Dano's doing. Dano's scraping all the rust off of every tool in Canada and putting it in a storage shed. Didn't you say you were moving, Dano? When's that happening? Because you were saying you were going to have better internet, and you were going to be able to possibly live stream. Possibly. Robert Waters. Oh, boy. In comes the guy who wins all the stuff. It's good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. I was just asking Renegades. Wait. Uh-oh. Tools and Trash. he came in with one last comment. Yeah, they redid the design, not released yet. Ooh, so yeah, that's a care package. That's nice, dude. I'm glad to see you getting that type of exposure now. That's good. I haven't been pushing it like at all, obviously. But I haven't really been sent anything by tool companies in a little while. Also sent me out the slim wrenches, and I've used them a little bit, and they, as far as wrenches go, they seem fine. The slim, obviously, you can't really test that. You can kind of measure it, so that is what it is. But yeah, I really haven't been pushing to get anything. I did ask. No, I can't say that. A little while back, I asked that. Well, I expressed interest in some of those Michael Pro tools that I was talking about on a couple live streams back, and they were just like, "Yep, yep, yep." And they never said anything like one way or another, or in any positive affirmation about my interest in their tools. Maybe they just don't do a lot of like product placement like that. I don't know. Oh, now, and that's one thing. So let's talk about Ulsa for a minute. They are stepping up their game a lot. I mean, I think they, what was it? A while back, they came out with the breaker bars and the roto ratchets, and there was something else in there. The slim wrenches, I think, and that was like their first, to my knowledge, their first like new product launch in a little while. Um, and that was cool. But then they came out with the extendable pry bar and a couple other things, and I can't remember what it was. I just saw something else. Oh, breaker bar. They came out with a breaker bar the other day. I saw, and so they're really stepping up their game as far as trying to offer more products. Now, what a lot of people don't. Yeah, I know they're looking for. I could have got it in a while back. Um, like I don't mind doing the videos. But I do the Amazon links. I mean, obviously, wait, wrong side of the jacket. It's mirrored. So I do the Amazon links. Um, that's how I was trying to monetize the channel before I was making money, and that works okay. I mean, I'm still not getting. It's still a small amount. I think the most I've gotten in any one month was like $19. So I mean, it's still nothing to laugh at. I'm not saying that, but it is what it is. But like, I do the affiliate links on there, but like, I don't want to sign up to be a brand ambassador for this company, for that company, and have to. Dude, I can't remember all my logins for half the shit that I have at home/work anyway. And at work, I have two different emails. I have a work phone. I have like 30 different programs I have to use. And some of them use network authentication. Some the password never changes. Some the password changes every 3 months. Some it's just nuts. So I have a notebook. It's that bad. Like I'm back to like the 1840s. So I'm trying to keep it's pen and paper. And every time I write a new one, I scratch out the old one and write the new one because you can't repeat them. Like, it's just nuts. I can't keep all my logins and usernames straight to save my life anyway. So I can't, in good conscience, sign up. Plus, I gotta say, like, would it be more lucrative? Maybe. But I don't think that it's, like, really a direct payout. It may be. I don't know. I've never really looked into them. But I can't imagine that it is. I mean, unless you're huge, you know, and you're selling a whole bunch of stuff for them, then well, that was weird. Vehicle going down the alley, but it sounded like it was spitting rocks the whole time. I don't know if you guys heard that. Yeah, you. Oh, really? You got kicked out because you don't have enough followers, or you got kicked out because you weren't generating enough sales? Because I got kicked twice when I tried to do it early on. Like when I had 50 subs or whatever. I thought I was king shit, man. I still remember that. I had 50 subs and I was like, fuck yeah, it's working. Da 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 da. You know, I was all happy. But like yeah, I got kicked out of the Amazon affiliate program twice. And like just now, I mean, I guess I sell enough to like keep in it. So they're not kicking me out now. But like some months, man, I make like $3, if that. Like I mean, it just depends, I guess. But then occasionally, occasionally, I I hit gold, like the chemo ratchet review that I did, which isn't like a whole bunch of review. Basically, I just talk about the pros of using the tool and go over its features and stuff. But so that's a pretty basic video. But I have quote unquote sold through my Amazon affiliate links. I have sold more of those than any fucking thing else. And the thing that helps me on that is that it's, you know, depending on if it's on sale or not, it's like a $60, $70 thing, you know, depending on what they buy. The good thing about the affiliate link thing is that if somebody goes to Amazon and they don't purchase what I sent them to look at, but they purchase something else while they're there, I get a little piece of that. So there's a lot of sales on there. Like there was one, I don't know, some lady, somebody watched my video and then went onto Amazon and realized she needed some makeup and some other stuff. And, you know, I got a commission or whatever off of like makeup. Because it'll tell you, like you can look and it'll tell you when you make a sale, was it actually from the link that drove them there, or did they buy another item? And if it's another item, it'll tell you, like, you can look and see what it is, because they're saying like, oh, like, okay, like say the chemo ratchet, right? Say I sent a bunch of people, right? They clicked on my link to go look at the chemo ratchet, but for whatever reason, they didn't think the price was right. So they found like a cheaper one, right? Let's say a bunch of people did this, or not a bunch, at least a couple. Then I could see that on my Amazon affiliates and go, oh, okay, so maybe I should generate a link for this product too, and then go back to my video and in the description go, oh, well, and if you want a lower cost alternative to the price tag on this chemo, you know, other people have bought this or tried this, whatever, and they seem to like it. You know, you could do that. It's more geared towards that, but you can also see if they buy lipstick or panties or purses or, you know, whoever buys what, which is kind of weird. I kind of wonder, like, maybe somebody should get on there and buy, like, I don't know, some anal beads or something. And I wonder if it would show me that somebody bought. It doesn't tell you who, but it tells you what they bought. It would just be kind of weird. People are making those kinds of purchases. But I digress. So, Ulsa is, I mean, dude, a lot of people just don't realize what it takes to start a company. Like, I was very saddened. It's over here behind me, just like it always is. But I was very saddened because my Ulsa Tool backpack video is like, I mean, it's not like leaps and bounds, but it would seem to be getting like a little more traction as of late. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, maybe more people will buy the backpack. Cool. I think they stopped, like they ran out of stock. And what also probably does, I'm not saying this is for sure, but it's my guess, is they go to a manufacturer, they say, okay, we want you to build this for us, whatever, or whatever they already have, whatever, brand this for us, and they get 5,000 units or whatever, I don't know. But it seems like it's kind of like a limited run kind of thing, at least right now, maybe until they, get their bearings rolling, or God forbid, get some kind of licensing deal with the store or whoever. Then maybe you'll see like some actual reoccurring products to where like it's always going to be in stock. But like it seems like it's all kind of limited run stuff. Like once they run out, they run out. It seems like. I mean, obviously, I'm sure if they had a good enough seller, then they would buy more of that. But it seems more like what they're doing. So, but it's a smaller company, man. Like, think about it. Think about it. You wanted to start up a tool company tomorrow. Think about all the bullshit you would have to go through. Like, you can't just start manufacturing them day one. You're going to have to get other people to manufacture. You're going to have to. Just to get something out there and start generating sales. And there's all kinds of like little tiny, of those kind of tool companies out there. There's a million from China, right? We all know that. All the rebranding and stuff. But like to really try to do it and try to do it right, like Ulsa's doing, it takes a lot of balls because it's a tough market. We're all a bunch of picky bastards as far as what we want to use and our quality and our price point. And tool and car guys are some of the most prima donna sons of bitches I've ever seen. Like, and the industrial techs are kind of the same way. We're not as picky, but we're still picky, right? But car guys, man, it's like just Snap-on is Gucci or Prada or whatever the fuck, Literally, that's what when, and I'm not dogging on anybody's particular taste, but when I see these guys, and granted, I'm not a mechanic day in and day out. I get it. You want the best or whatever, or it's convenient for the truck to come through and just buy from them and go back to work. I get it. I understand all the arguments, but that's all I can hear when I see these guys that Snap-on everything, and they got their $30,000 toolbox wall and all this shit, and I'm just like, all I see there is a brand, like there are other options, and not all of them are cheaper, but there are still good options that are out there that you would be fine with. Like what's a fucking Snap-on toolbox cost? Like what, like $5,000 for like just a little basic setup? Let's not even say the $5,000. Let's say, okay, basic setup is $5,000. So let's say you go to Cobalt or any of the other decent tool companies for like more consumer grade stuff. You could buy 2 boxes for less money, and then 4 or 5 years down the line, if you wanted to buy more or whatever have you. But it never made sense to me. If I'm looking at, it's like, okay, perfect example. I'm one of these weird analogy guys, right? When I made that video long fucking time ago, right here in this pretty much same spot I was standing, but pretty much in the same spot I made the future of Harbor Freight video before all the Icon fucking bombs dropped, right? And I said I saw a breaker bar here and I saw a breaker bar here. And I looked at it. I mean, I didn't go into this much detail in the video, but I looked at it. They're the fucking same. They're the fucking same. Identical. Pittsburgh Pro, Icon. $10 Pittsburgh Pro, $35 Icon. What the fuck? I mean, the markings, it was the same fucking. I swear to fucking God, nobody called them out on that but me, I think. But it was the same fucking breaker bar. And that's why I was like flipping my shit. Like, is this what they're gonna do with the Icon line? It turns out they tried a little harder than that. And then I don't think the Icon stuff's all that bad. I think the price point is a little too much, but holy shit, it's Brad's workbench. Oh, I don't know why you're singing Christmas songs. We haven't even made it through the election yet. Jesus Christ. Oh, so anyway, that's what I thought they were going to do with the Icon line, was like basically rebrand all the Pittsburgh Pro. So I'm glad they didn't do that. But when I'm looking at these breaker bars, I even said in my Future of Harbor Freight video, why would you buy, even if it is slightly different, which it wasn't, even if it was slightly different and it had some knurling on the handle or, you know, whatever, slight difference. $10, $35. That's the difference. There's my analogy for the Snap-on guys, is they will buy this just because, you know, they don't want somebody else to think down on them when they see them using their breaker bar. But it's going to do the same thing. You know, honestly, I would love to be at a big enough point in my YouTube career to get a whole fucking bunch of Harbor Freight stuff and take it to a flat rate mechanic and go, this is all you have to work with today. Let's see how you do. You know, that's what I would love to fucking see that, because like, I guarantee you they could do it. The only difference is the warranty process and all, you know, some the prices and some other things. That would be their gripe, you know, in the end, of why they like Snap-on better. But a 72-tooth ratchet, for the most part, is a 72-tooth ratchet. Even Client Graphics, like, he rarely finds anything in his tool testing that grossly outperforms. Like, occasionally he'll get one ratchet or so that snaps at like a seemingly lower threshold, but let's all be real. Number one, that could be like a one-off, right? There could have been a metal problem in the forming. You never know the quality of metal. It could be a goof. But also, nobody in their right mind should be putting that much pressure on a ratchet anyway. So if you bring that back down to like the ASME standard, ANSI standard of what the tool's supposed to be able to handle, every ratchet's gonna exceed those expectations. So Snap-on's nice, it's comfortable. You know, in cars I can kind of get it, because with a Corvette you get a lot different performance, you get a lot different styling. It's completely different than, you know, a Chevy Cobalt, right? Like it's night and day. Like, it's completely different. But with the tools, I don't get it. I really don't. And that, it kind of bothers me. I get that you know, these guys are mechanics and that's their livelihood, and that's fine. But I just also really tries, I think, to, you know, work their price point. You know, if you wait a while and if something's not selling as well for them, they'll bring the price down. Like Brad, he mentioned their tool backpack, even though he was saying he was not super fond of it. He did mention their tool backpack when it was down at, I want to say it was like $55 or $60. He mentioned it, gave it a shout out, and was like, like, I don't think it's the best bag in the world, but it's worth about what they're, you know, what they got it listed for right now. So, you know, I mean, it's kind of like that, man. if I'm doing something, if I'm hard up, for money, I'm going to do it a little cheaper, for the person. Like the selling the truck today. The dude was cool. He brought his younger brother. They looked at it. They took it through its paces. They went on like a 20-minute drive. They checked it out, all that stuff. They gave it a thorough, once over. And the dude was like, "Hey, man, would I had it for 850?" He said, "Would you do 8?" And I was like, "Man, you guys have been good. You've actually been like talking to me, listening to me, telling me about the truck, looking it over, like being very particular. Like, I'm cool. Like, you guys obviously are, taking time and care with this transaction." I was like, "Dude, I'll give it to you for 750 because you've been good. You've been cool." I gave him $50 off what he asked. And I had some spare LED headlights that I took out of it a while back. I gave him those. I had the manual for the truck, the book. I don't have the truck, don't need the manual. I gave that to him too. I tried to be decent because, the effort was there. So if you're hard up or you're in a good position, you might throw some deals out. But of course, when they first come out with something, the prices are going to be a little higher. They're trying to make a profit. Like, I don't understand these. Phone in my pocket is like bothering me and has been for a while. See what Brad said since I can stop. Oh, Robert, the car is fixed. It is, well, it's still there, but it's in the parking space where the brick wall is. It's fixed. It's running. I've driven it, I think, about 12 or 1,300 miles. And so far, no glaring issues, no problems. So I'm happy about that. I got the new Ford Taurus that I've been driving. Somehow I fucking hate Fords, but then when I go to buy a car, that's the cheap and available thing. So now I have 2 Fords. What the fuck? And the fucking Mazda out front, my wife's car, that's a fucking Ford. Because, I mean, it's a Mazda, but it's a Ford engine. Bullshit. All 3 of those vehicles take 5W20. You know how upsetting that is for me? Because I always forget to buy 5W20. I buy 5W30. Just because I have. Every car I've ever had ran on 5W30. Luckily, I don't drive the Toyotas that fucking work on 0W whatever the fuck. Oh, anyhow. So, love what space? Oh, the space in here? Yeah, you can have it. It's for sale. It's $49.99 an hour. It's a very, very good price. So hold on, let me catch up. Robert says, "My most broken tool is a 1/4-inch snap-on swivel ratchet. Most broken. So you've broken them multiple times, is what I'm getting from that. That's interesting. Well, is it the swivel that breaks? Like the roto head? That's weird. Well, but I always thought, man, those are kind of weak. Like they're kind of gimmicky. Like you can't put those under even the normal stresses that a ratchet normally. And I never got this. Okay, somebody fucking answer me. That slit. You know what I'm talking about. The slit. Right? In between the forks where the ratchet head is, comes down, and in the handle, maybe about 1/4 of the way down, depending on which size you're talking about, there's a fucking like a slit in the metal. Is that so that it flexes? Like, it seems like that would rob it of strength. And I think that that's probably like why they break. Ah, yes, Brad with the shameless plug of his live stream. You can't do that because I already did that a while back. But yeah, I was telling everybody you'll be live tomorrow night. I will be there. I should be there at least at some point. I'll stop by, turn it on mobile, and yell at somebody. But yeah, it is all oil. I will just pour that shit. Yeah, I mean, most of the time, it's not gonna drastically affect the motor, right? At least over like a short term. I don't know if you did it for a long period of time, maybe. But what was it? I went to like AutoZone one time, and I was buying oil, and I forget why. I completely forget why. But either I asked the question or it was brought up or something. But I was like, oh, like I was gonna run like a different weight or something in my whatever the fuck I was driving. I don't know. And like the guy's sitting there like trying to like calculate it out for me. He's like, well, in the summer you can run like a thinner or a what do you say? A thicker oil in the summer thing. Like the AutoZone guy was trying to get all engineering explained on me and like explain the oil. I was like, man, I'm just asking if I put this in, it's gonna blow up the car. I was younger. This was like fucking years ago before I was really like I could do stuff, but yeah, I didn't have a garage or a whole shit ton of tools like I do now, um, and ability to do the work. So like I was just like, yeah, man, I'm just asking it's gonna fuck up the car. Like maybe it was a question about some of the new zero weight kind of stuff I had heard about. I don't know. Anyhow, it got brought up, and dude went on a Bill Nye the Science Guy rant on me and doing calculations and nah. So in the summer you run thicker oil. Okay, see that's what I thought. Yeah, that would make sense because it's gonna thin out because of the extra heat, and in the winter, you could run uh, thinner because it's gonna be cold, and thus be molecules. Molecules. It's all about the molecules. So, yeah, no, I really appreciate you guys hanging out tonight, even if it doesn't have a whole lot of content to it. And yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. Obviously, I've been doing more live streams, but I don't know. I don't have time to like really set up and like do like CP where like I have my toolbox behind me and I can push it out and show it and rattle things off. Like I haven't been doing a lot of that. I haven't. I do have. Ooh, you guys want a sneak peek? Oh. All right, sneak peek time. Let me set this down. So, I finally did it, and I'm pissed. Right? All this time, my Bauer Tools video has been getting yelled at and people bitching at me. So I finally did it. I went out and I bought the Master Mechanic from True Value, and then I bought the Bauer. So I could compare them and tear them apart and prove that they were the same. Only one small problem. They changed the fucking molding on it. I had bought one a while back and I gave it away. I don't know if you guys were following then, but I did. I gave it away. I bought one for this reason. I just never bought this one at that time. And then I said, fuck it. I didn't think it was going to do anything. So I just like gave the Bauer away. Then I go back and I'm like, nah, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to do it. So I bought this one. And then I bought this one. They changed it. It used to have the exact same body as this. And I can prove that in photos. But the specs are still the same. On the box, they try to fuck with you. And like, they change like the torque rating by like a couple non-existent points, like nothing that's gonna matter, and something else. They changed like the specs on it just slightly, just to make it look a little different. But they're both the same. They come from the same factory. The batteries are literally almost interchangeable. Spoiler alert, they put there's some grooves you can. Oh no, you can't because there ain't no fucking light. No. Man, this DSLR camera thing doesn't work out. Anyhow, let me take it off. I'll show you. You see it right there. Oh, I'm all up in the chat window that I'm looking at. See it right there? That little notch? Okay, so there's a notch there on that one. And then on the Bauer, there's two notches. Not sure why, but this one is there on this tool. So theoretically, it would fit, except for you can barely see it right there. There's a little raised notch or protrusion, whatever you want to call it. That keeps the Bauer battery from going on the Master Mechanic, and the groove there somehow I haven't been able to. Oh, that's right. There's a little, see that tab on the Bauer? That's what keeps the Master Mechanic battery from going on the Bauer. So if I remove those tabs, they're interchangeable. So sometime at a future date, we are going to tear these apart real quick and check the motors out and prove that they're the same. Because Bauer actually fucking changed the molding. They probably did this because of my video. I'm not saying I'm the best YouTuber in the world, but I'm claiming that. Because I called them out on it, and then somewhere in the dead of night, while I wasn't paying attention, they completely changed the molding. So, I am going to lean on, in the video, people who do have the original Bauer to come in and hopefully tear theirs apart. I want to see if it has the same tabs, right? And I want to see if the internals are the same as this one. Because I now think that they just had it remolded to something a little more custom and not the same stuff that they're pumping out everywhere. Because True Value, let's face it, they don't give a fuck, right? But it is interesting. Like, why? What's the benefit, right, from putting these little tabs on the batteries? Like, why? You know, if it would fit and if it would work, and it's theoretically not going to be like common knowledge for most people, why would it matter? Why do you have to do that? Why do you have to battery cock block people? You know what I mean? It's stupid. So, gentlemen. Oh, if it's not broken, fix it. Here, sorry, I was going on my rant about the drills. I didn't notice. Fire safe cigarettes. So, what is he saying? Okay, he's saying he's good. Brad had to go to bed. He's an old man. Robert's in Indiana? What? What? Where did I miss that? I didn't see that. Okay, so anyway. Robert had a special guest today. I was told to behave. Built over bot? What the fuck? What? Robert, did your name just change? Did you change accounts? Do you have another account, Robert? Am I being held out on? What the fuck's going on here? Built over bot. Bought, B-O-U-G-H-T? Built over bought. Huh. He's in working. Oh, okay, I see it now. Robert said he's working in Indiana tomorrow. You might be, Renegade. You might be. I sure as hell ain't. That's a weird. Well, I feel honored that you chose to change your name in the middle of my stream, confusing the shit out of me. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Built over bot. That's cool. I like that. So, yeah, I'm going to tear those apart. I would still, maybe I'll get this stuff shot tomorrow, and if, it fucking pisses me off because I have this really nice camera now, but, like, I don't have the drive and time to film videos the way I want. So I might do some quick and dirty. Who am I kidding? That's my channel. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Like, you know, I'm probably never gonna be like, I mean, I might hit like 5,000. I don't think I'm ever gonna be like 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 subs. Like, if I make it there one day, then the rest of my life has just kind of plateaued and I can kind of focus maybe. But until then, like, I don't have the time. Changed it earlier today. Oh, well, it just literally changed during the live stream. That's cool. That's really interesting. Probably them making sure it wasn't like something bad. Bag of dicks or something. But, like, yeah, I'll try to get a couple of videos shot. I mean, you know, they are what they are. Hell, you know, most of you guys, you know, and I'm not faulting you, you know, probably don't even watch every video, let alone, you know, whatever. So it's more to just keep the channel fed, like, because the YouTube BS, if you take too long off, they're not lying. They really do, like, kind of like, your videos aren't getting pushed out, you don't get suggested as much, you're not in front of people, so then people aren't watching, so then it goes down even further. You really got to kind of keep feeding the machine. So I'll get something out, hopefully. And if I'm lucky, I might try to, like, batch record a couple so I can space it out over a little bit of time. Robert, you're like, well, you know, that's a funny thing that you say, Robert. You know, and I'm not saying I'm special, but, like, I see you give a lot of people shit, but then again, my live streams are completely different, right? I'm not usually on here throwing tools around or doing a whole bunch of anything crazy. I'm usually just bullshitting with you guys. So, like, you've never really come in here and gave me a hard time. So, like, I think it was Brad said something in one of his live streams about one of the times you were giving him a hard time or something, and I was like, what, Robert? Robert's like, great. What's wrong with Robert? He's like, he's always giving me shit. And I'm like, I don't know. He's always been good to me. Like, no problem. I don't know. And I appreciate that, Renegade. I really do. The people that do watch the videos, I got to get rid of some stuff. I said that. So, I can't, you know, pay for shipping on everything, but I think I'm going to do maybe like an Instagram giveaway or something just to kind of, The logo gives you away. Yeah. Yeah, people have realized that that's you now. You might want to change the picture. Okay, it's gonna change. I'm glad I was here because I wouldn't have known. I would have started talking shit to you, like, who the fuck are you coming into my live stream talking shit? I'm like, oh, it's Robert. Oh, okay, well then that changes everything. But I am gonna do like an Instagram giveaway of some kind. I'm probably gonna throw on some like iron-on Just Wrench It logos, and I don't know, maybe a t-shirt. I don't know if you I might have like a large. I'm a small guy. I didn't think about like the 2X guys when I was out buying shirts. So I might have a large or like an extra large. I'll have to check. I know I got one bigger size. So I'll do some iron-ons, maybe some stickers, shirt or something, some kind of tool. I'm sure I got something around here that I absolutely do not need. And no, Renegade, you're not getting the Capri quarter-inch socket set. I really think I'm keeping that one for myself. I can't seem to sell the gear wrench. That hasn't moved. And the Kazo Man hasn't sold either. And I got that thing listed for like 25 bucks, I think. Like, I'm giving this shit away. It's I don't know. People suck, man. And it's the holidays and everything, and people suck. Um, the SATA set is going to the online tool community Facebook group giveaway whenever Jared Milky Way pulls his finger out of his ass and decides to start that. Because he hasn't yet. He did say it was going to be a holiday giveaway, so maybe a couple more weeks. But yeah, so that's gonna happen. Oh, what else? Yeah, I don't know, guys. That's about it. I mean, I got that Taurus now. It runs pretty good. I've been driving it like the last week or so at work, and no real issues there. It seems pretty good. One of the tires has a slow leak that's pissing me off, and I gave it a spray down and I didn't see anything. And yes, I checked the valve stem. I don't know. I might have to go take it to try to see if I can get it resealed or something because it's not so bad, but it's like fast enough that like every couple of days I gotta pump it back up, you know, and it's annoying the piss out of me. And of course, like every modern-ish car, it doesn't have a full-size spare. Shit, most cars nowadays don't even have a spare. They got like the factory fix-a-flat with an inflatable pump. Bullshit. Try not to insult stupid people as it is mean to pick on the disabled, so I have to be careful of that. Yeah, well, yeah. I yeah, I deal with those people and like it pains me because like half the time they act intelligent and they're sharp and they're on it. And then the other half of the time you're like, hey, hand me that 3/8 wrench. And they're like, huh? The 3/8 wrench. Can you hand me that? The what? Huh? Well, what size is that in millimeters? It's not millimeters. Do you hand me the 3/8 wrench, mother? Like, give me what I asked for. Like, what? I'm spelling it out for you. What do you mean? What size is that in millimeters? Say in China or Japan or any of these other countries that do everything different than we do. This is America, and it's a 3/8 fastener. So give me the 3/8 wrench. Oh, yeah. So I don't know. I'll try to get some stuff out going soon. Life is just kicking the shit out of me recently, and honestly, it's even amazing that I can do this. Like, I should be doing probably 10 other things right now. And I was just like, fuck it. Like, Kids asleep. I'm going to come out here, relax, have a beer, maybe talk to some people, maybe some people listen to me, bitch about whatever the fuck, and then, we'll do the damn thing. So, and also it's content for the channel. Keep feeding the beast. I don't think I've put anything out since I did the Lyle video of refilling the radiator system in Fiesta when I was done with it. I do have a window track. I got to put in the Fiesta because somebody I showed this in the first video. Like somebody tried to jimmy. They must have locked themselves out the car. And they fucked up the window track so it won't go all the way up. So then the fucking plastic crank broke because they're manual windows. Which is fine, I prefer that. But then the crank broke because it's plastic. So I got the adapter here. It's the spline. You can barely see the detail, but it's spline. And then I bought these aluminum billet window crank things. I'm going to see how they do. Theoretically, I have the window track over there on a shelf. I might try to do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll shoot a fucking video on that too while I try to do that, because I got to pop the door panel off, get the window out, put the track in, put it all back together. So maybe I'll film that. Yeah, try to get my mind off all the crazy shit going on. Yeah. Attempt to, right? It's times they are a-changing. And that's gonna mean some changes for the channel, like I have any stability anyway. But we're gonna have to figure out like a slightly new format for it. There's gonna be a little less of this. Hopefully it'll still be entertaining and informative, but that will remain to be seen when I crash land on the other side of this thing. So yeah, it's gonna be weird. Kawasaki is being spun off next year. I wonder oh, are they really? That's interesting. I did not know that. Ooh. New Kawasaki big block. Shit. Yes, I think they do. I think they do still do British standard sizes. I think. I don't know if they're like on a whole bunch of production stuff, but I bet like industrial equipment, because that's what happens to me. Is in the industrial world, like you guys may not run into it, the mechanics may not run into it that much in their day-to-day. Like I would almost argue, and I think a couple people have made this video about, do you even really need SAE anymore? At least as far as mechanics go. But I will tell you, in the industrial side of things, you absolutely do. Because if anything is like made in America, it's a standard fucking fastener. But like us, right? All our facility stuff is made in America, right? Put in by American installers, yada yada yada, locally sourced bolts, and so they're standard. So all our bollards, our guardrails, pipe fittings, all that stuff, everything's standard. But then when you get to the machines, a lot of that's manufactured in China, or its components are. So then everything on that is metric. So we like literally have to have standard and metric fucking everything, because you're always going to run into it somewhere where you need a standard. As a matter of fact, at my last job, we were the actual operations techs, so we didn't do a lot of the facility stuff, but we occasionally would run into it. And I was one of the only guys that kept a bullshit set of Pittsburgh standard wrenches because nobody had any. Everything we worked on was metric. So, for the most part. So, I was the only guy that was smart enough to keep a standard set of Pittsburgh wrenches in my toolbox, and everybody would always come looking for them and go, "Hey, you got those standard wrenches? Yeah, here you go." Like, let them borrow them. Yeah, they're Pittsburgh. Who cares? But I brought them in because fans and the Made in America, like the Dayton fans and things, they were all standard. Everything standard on them. So it was just stuff like that. All the sheet metal work, quarter-inch self tappers and whatnot, you needed it. No, that is SAE. I am talking about Whitworth. I don't know what Whitworth is. The British has their own fashioners. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is like I don't know how much they still use it. I know I ran into it. I told this story on another live stream, but a guy ran into one of the hydraulic fittings on something. Was a I guess British standard, Royal standard, whatever the fuck it was called, thread, and he just happened to have come across it at some time in the past and happened to have that size fitting. It was like a thread fitting. But yeah, it was like a Royal standard, you know, out of nowhere. Everything we had was, I still, to this day, don't know how it ended up there, whether or not some other technician put it in or did what. But yeah, we had it. Because it was fucking with me bad because I'm like, it's not standard, it's not metric. And my mind was not even there, thinking about British fittings and all that. So I'm going, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm like sitting there with a thread pitch gauge going, what the fuck? Like trying to figure it out. Like, what is this thing? And I couldn't figure it out. But that's when they eventually called somebody in. And yeah, I got to talk to him. And he was like, yeah, it's a Royal standard fitting, like real obscure. I'm surprised that it was even here. I don't know why. It's like, oh, okay, then that makes me feel better because then I don't feel like such a dumbass because I couldn't figure it out. But yeah. So guys, it's not that late yet. And yes, this is technically the late show, but it seems like our guest popping in and popping out has kind of drawn to a close. I'm gonna finish this beer, and then I'm gonna go inside and drink some more beer, maybe turn on some Netflix. I still have to get up early with my daughter, and take her to school, pack her lunch, all that stuff. So that's like 6 a.m. But the nice thing about that is I get up so damn early for work that when I have a day off and I get to sleep in until like 6, it's still kind of nice somehow. So, you take what you can get, right? It's past us kids' bedtime. Yeah, we're a bunch of 10-year-olds. We make money for a living. Like, did you ever wonder, like, really? Like, everybody assumes, or at least younger people, assume that all us adults know what the fuck we're doing. And then you can cross this over into politics, into fucking business, whatever. Like everybody kind of assumes, the younger generations assume that the adults know what the fuck is going on. We don't. Nobody does. We're all just playing our parts and going along with it. Like, there's no blueprint. There's no, oh, well, once you hit this age, you. I still feel like a grown ass kid, and I'm 37, about to be 38. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird to be in this situation because I feel like I'm a few years from like legitimately being old, but I still want to sit at home and play video games all day. Not like I haven't played video games in fucking forever, but I want to if I had time, you know. Fuck, that's what I want to do. I want a day off and chill, you know, drink beer, play video games, whatever, in my underwear. Like that sounds great to me. But like everybody assumes that people know what the fuck's going on. They don't. Nobody does. Oh. Okay. So it's nice to sleep until 6. I feel like it's the best few hours of sleep. Yeah. Depending on what time you go to bed, it might be the best few hours. Ah. Yeah. I bet you have, Robert. I bet you have. I think we all have at some point. Man, I will say though that like my original Bauer Tools video, man, I took like, and then for like the first few months or whenever it like actually started kind of like taking off, like I responded to some comments there for a little bit. But then after a while, I just gave the fuck up, dude. They trashed me in them fucking comments, and it's fine. They call me a dumbass. They say, "Oh, every tool company does rebranding. You're an idiot." Whatever. It's fucking YouTube. Like it's kind of clickbaity, kind of, but not really because I drop some knowledge. It may be common practice, but at least I give you the sourcing. I show you the similar. Like I do the thing. Nobody fucking gets that. They all just want to trash me. They're a bunch of dicks. Again, back to my prima donna statement about tool guys. Oh. Bill Beckett chiming back in. You are old, Renegade's Garage. An old man. We all are. I mean, in our own rights. I keep getting, my goatee keeps getting like slimmer and slimmer because the gray keeps coming up on the sides and creeping into it. So I keep like trimming the edges back. I'm trying, damn it. You know what my buddy I work with, um, we were running out to lunch the other day. We had a trainee. Usually when we have a trainee, we all go out to lunch. So like team building kind of thing. And so I was taking everybody out to lunch. And I guess he found like a barber close by work or whatever. And he was like, "Hey man, I'm telling you what, like if you ever need a haircut, that barber right there, they're great. She's phenomenal, da da da." And I just fucking looked over. I'm driving. And I look over at him, I'm like, "Fucking really?" And he looks at me and goes, "What? What?" "I'm just saying, if you need a haircut, that's a great place." I said, "Motherfucker, I don't have any hair." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what the fuck? Like, really? You're gonna recommend me a barber? You're gonna recommend me a gynecologist too? Like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus Christ. And he didn't get it until I said something. He's like, what? What? I don't understand. Oh, everything is common knowledge if you know it. Yeah. Yeah, no, I realize a lot of people don't know the dumb shit that I know. Like, I know a lot about it, or I won't say a lot. I know a lot about some stuff. I know a little bit about everything. Enough to be able to, like, find my way around. But, like, I can talk with people about rap music and be able to follow along for the most part. I can talk to the anime kids about anime. I can talk to mechanics about mechanic stuff a little bit without seeming like a dumbass. Um, the industrial side, obviously, I know a lot about that. I'm kind of an expert there. Welding, did that for quite some time, so I'm pretty good there. No expert, but like I know what the fuck I'm doing. Fabrication, all that kind of stuff. Like I know a little bit about everything, but like carpentry, woodworking, like I'm kind of good. My dad did a lot of that when I was younger, so I may not know all the terminology and everything, but I can kind of follow along. I know a little bit about it. I've seen a lot of it done, but I hate people that like the one uppers that always got like a better story or they already know what you're trying to tell them or all that shit. Like that can go right out the window. Sometimes genuinely somebody does already know what you're telling them. But chances are if it seemed like they thought you already knew what they were saying, they wouldn't be saying it to you. So chances are, you know, you're exhibiting some kind of lack of judgment that makes them think that you don't know whatever they're trying to tell you. It happens all the time in industrial troubleshooting. They're like, man, I don't understand it. It won't work, or it just keeps doing this, or whatever. And you'll be like, oh, okay, well, did you check this? Well, yeah, I already checked that. I mean, I didn't check it, but like, oh, well, maybe you should check it. Oh no, it's not that. It can't be that. It's probably this. Like, but did you check it? Like, I mean, it's like a rule in industrial maintenance. Like, when you take over or when you jump in for somebody or go to assist, you always start back at square one. You never assume that they checked something or that they did something. You always double check for yourself, which can make troubleshooting take a little bit longer. But do you know how many fucking times I found simple mistakes? And I'm not, and people have probably found them on me. I'm sure it's happened, where I just overlooked something. I didn't think about that particular component or whatever. And they caught me, I catch them. I mean, it happens, you don't always follow a strategic path in your troubleshooting. You kind of jump to different things. But industrial guys, man, oh, it's not even like the engine stuff for the mechanics, like, because then most of you guys like work on certain stuff, bikes, cars of this type, this, that, the other. You kind of get a feel for what you're working on and most known common problems. But in the industrial side, crazy shit just happens out of nowhere for little to no reason. I mean, there's random errors, there's all kinds of programming errors, wiring errors, shorts that start doing weird things. There's all kinds of shit. It could be literally anything. And that's the one thing that I would always fucking bitch at people when they come up. Well, how long is it going to be? I don't know. Well, or why is it doing that? Well, I don't know. There could be a million fucking reasons why it's doing that. I don't know. I got to look into it and I got to figure it out. You sitting here asking me about it ain't letting me fucking do that. So let me do my thing. Let me figure it out. And then when I'm done and I know for sure why it was doing that, I'll let you down and I'll fix it. Chances are. But it's just like that. Like they don't understand the work that goes into it. It's the my car's making a funny sound, people. On the work order. Oh well, when it vibrates when I go over 85. Yeah, that might happen. Only on this stretch of road, though. Only on this one stretch of road. Do you think it has something to do with the road? No, no, no. I want you to check the suspension. Okay. All right, expert. Cool. We'll do that. Write you up a nice fat work order for checking shit that don't need to be checked, right? Holy shit! It's Jared Milky Way. I was talking shit about you earlier. See, you talk shit about people, and then they appear out of nowhere. It's like that YouTube sonar that people have. They're like, what did he say about me? Let me jump in here. I was mentioning the giveaway to all the people and saying that when you got your finger out of your ass, you were going to initiate the giveaway, and then I'd be giving away the 1/4-inch SATA socket set on the Online Tool Community Facebook group. That is, yeah, that's pretty much what I said verbatim. But yeah, I told him it was supposed to be a holiday thing anyway, or at least it is now. So it kind of got pushed back a little bit. So it might still be a few weeks. Understand completely. Just message me and let me know when we're sending something out. Oh. Well, gentlemen, city board I was running thinking it was a shoe for me to lose. I was wrong. What? What? What the fuck? Blink twice if she's watching you and you need help for the gates garage. Oh, that's funny. Oh, okay. Two choices and one is already taken. Yeah, second guess. Well, I second guess myself a lot, especially on like that first week of December. You guys heard it there. So if you're not already in the Facebook Online Tool Community group, get over there, get yourself in the group. There's going to be not only that socket set, but other creators and other people are throwing in stuff as well. I don't know if it's going to be one giant giveaway or a couple. I don't know. Jared is in charge, but I know I'm giving something away and other people are too. So it's definitely worth going over there, checking out. Plus, you can always drop in and say hi to people like the Den of Tools, Brad's Workbench, Jared Milky Way, Bruce L's up in there. I'm there. A bunch of other people's there. Probably more important people than me. But, yeah, it's a nice place to be. They don't inundate you. There's not like a bunch of crazy daily posts. It's not going to jam up your feed. But, you know, it's a nice place for us to all just kind of like kick back and, you know, shoot the shit when new stuff comes on. You're not on Facebook. Jesus Christ. You are old. I mean, I don't really, I say that. But, dude, why is my boss messaging people at 10 o'clock at night? There was a... What? Jesus Christ. No wonder my boss is scatterbrained. He's working at 10 o'clock at night. You know, one of the reasons why I drink beer is because if I've been drinking, they can't call me into work. Oh, nope, can't. Took my first sip. Sorry, I can't come in. You know, can't call me in if I've been drinking. And guess what? I have a beer as soon as I get home every day. Or, you know, within reason. So, oh, man. Yeah, so the giveaway's going on over there. First week of December. You saw that. Other than that, guys, I don't have too much. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. I'm going to go inside the actual house now where I don't need to wear a fucking parka. And I'm going to hang out and veg on some Netflix or something. YouTube videos, probably. Need to catch up with different people. And so I'll try to get some stuff shot tomorrow. I have some time. I have like an appointment in the morning, and then for the most part, the rest of my day is free. So I'll try to get some stuff shot, try to get some stuff out. Other than that, watch out on Instagram for the giveaway. I'll see what I can throw together for that. And we'll see you soon, guys. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. Matt, it's 40 degrees. It's fucking cold. I'm fat in the stomach, but I'm skinny everywhere else. So, like, I don't have a lot of body fat keeping me warm. Not like one of these big guys. I have a gut. That's it. Like, I'm freezing. It's cold out here. It's a drafty ass garage. I fixed most of the drafts and it's still drafty. It's horrible. Anyhow, guys, I will end the stream here. I appreciate everyone for stopping by. Go say hi to Built Over Bought. He's new to YouTube. He just started today. Everybody really go over there. Make sure he feels welcome. Make sure he knows about all our happy, friendly guidelines so he doesn't step on anybody's toes while he's here. Remind him to play by the rules and think about everybody's feelings before he speaks. All right, guys. So that's it for the stream today. I appreciate you hanging out, and I will see you guys later.